or winners finals in this case. It will be the number 1 seed, Divine, also known as Boba, versus the number 2 seed, also known as Lany, both old school players. And really looking forward to a epic battle today. And here with my co-caster, Blackout. Blackout, how are you
Hello
today?
there. I am swell. Thank you for asking.
Good, good. All right, and hope that this co-commentator action here, everybody will be able to enjoy what we have to offer today. So, first and
Yes,
foremost,
indeed.
a little introduction. We have a new update to the Tournament Edition mod for the Spectator mode. Blackout, maybe you want to go into a little bit detail on how that works?
Oh, absolutely. Basically, the change is that in previous modes, for the spectator faction, we allowed them to see the whole map all the time. However, with a new update we've implemented, credit to, I think Lany did this.
Believe so,
Um,
yes.
Yeah, now the fog of war reveals as the fog of war is revealed to the players. So we spectators can't see the whole map, but now we can see what both the players can actually see.
Yes, it's very interesting indeed. It's actually a combination of the two, so if they happen to be in the certain areas, you won't be able to see who specifically sees what per se, but you'll have an
Uh-huh.
approaching idea of how they're playing and what they can see compared to what we can see in this case. So this would
Yeah.
certainly be interesting and gives you a little bit more inside perspective as to what the players are thinking at that particular moment and what could really make or break, what sort of decisions or strategy or, way that you're going to move your units or what you're going to purchase, etc. at that point. So I mean, it's important to see, and I think this is going to be a nice little update, and really will just immerse us more into the mindset of the gameplays or the players, excuse me. All right, so let's go ahead here. We're gonna go ahead and host the game.
Yeah, this is very exciting. The top two seeds of the tournament. This is the one I've been waiting for the longest, at least as far as it's been set to happen. It's been the one I've been most anticipated for. We will see what strats that both Laney and Divine have been keeping secret to themselves so they can one up each other.
They actually have been doing this for the most part throughout the entirety of the tournament because, well, I know Boba has because he doesn't want Laney to see his strats or perhaps even unorthodox strats, as he may have mentioned to me prior. But he's one of the games that we played in our in our matchup in this case, he threw one of the games intentionally. So he's just like, yeah, I'm not going to show you how I play this map because I want to have a one up compared to everybody else. It's like, oh,
LOL. Ooh, that's very greedy, but I respect it.
hey,
You're not even an
however,
opponent anymore.
yeah, yeah. However, I mean, it's to each his own. Personally, I don't care. I like to think, and maybe this is a little bit of my ego talking, but I prefer that. I don't care what strategies are revealed at that point because multiple strategies can be employed. So I don't really care about who knows what at this point. I just want to be able to outplay the player by, well, generally just being better at the end of the day, having a better strategy throughout the game. My starting strategies are, really to me don't matter too much because really the bulk of intense high game play is going to be played in the middle of the game. So you could have as long as you don't have a terrible start, you could really come back from any game that you can play in this case. And usually the bulk of the intense gameplay or the top level competition will be done in the middle of the game as opposed to the beginning in this case.
Mm-hmm. I hope so as well. I was warming up Laney a little bit. I
Oh,
won't say which map in particular, but he said he was ready to go. He was playing Rebel, and I did try a few cheesy strats on him, and one of them worked. Well, not one, they didn't. It didn't really work, but it was surprisingly effective. But it's never going to be part of the meta. But anyway, it was fun. We had some fun warming up, and I I hope to see this be like really challenging. Let's see if like Empire takes it. Once again, even at the highest level, I would not be surprised.
yeah. I just sent a message to Divine because I think he just walked away from his keyboard, so he joined the game now.
Yeah, he is here now.
All right, all right. So let's go ahead and we'll ask them for the map bands.
Ooh. All right, I will be on the chat watching. So it's like a 15-minute delay, right?
5 minute delay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Bonthan? Ooh, and the boo. Interesting.
I was pretty sure that Boba would choose Bothan. He always does.
Makes sense. I've actually did not expect Laney to pick Naboo. I was really hoping for a good match on this map because this is a fun map to play once you understand it. In this case, 'cause it's a very challenging map to play, but it's a fun one, that's for sure. A lot of times, this is one of the few maps that you could actually get to Tech 2 in a lot of games.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan of the map either, so but I agree with his ban. And so now Laney picks the map, correct?
Yes, sir. He is the lower
Yes,
seed.
yes. He'll probably pick Chorus. That's my guess because like most people want to pick the rebel sided map or a rebel sided map to begin with because it forces the opponent. Oh, he picks
This is
Geonosis.
Geonosis to start.
I guess it's safe to say here, but this was the map I was warming up Laney on, and
But
I'm confident that Divine has enough pride not to be listening to this stream as we commentate. So I'll go ahead and say that Laney is not going to use pirates this game. He was expressing to me that he finds that pirates are not worth it on Geonosis' rebels.
interesting.
Yeah,
I
he certainly showed it to me, like why. But this is what Laney's gonna do, right? Laney's gonna build the turret, and then he's gonna hard commit. Well, of course he's gonna have his one X-wing going to get the base mine and the bottom right mine, but then he's going to commit to the base mine, Divine's base mine. And if he sees Divine building mines in the middle, the turret can see that. So then he'll just warp in X-wings and take care of that. I'm not sure if the building turret can see it, but it gives them enough fog of war reveal to warp it in just to check, you know?
right.
And then what he's going to do, Divine will likely, if Divine just has a lone TIE fighter guarding the bottom right, then he'll
Hmm.
send an X-wing there to take care of that. I think he sends the X-wing at the bottom right to the middle, and then once he's killed the Empire base mine, he'll try to kill a missile turret if Divine builds one.
Interesting, interesting. So, Blackout here with the inside scoop of Laney Strategies Rebellion on Geonosis. We'll see if it comes to fruition or if Laney was just giving you a big old fat smokescreen.
Maybe he was telling me that it didn't really matter at that point, just because we're no longer opponents in the tournament. But if he did give me a big smokescreen, I'd be surprised. I kind of hope he does. I want to be surprised by what Laney does. But
Surprises are
I
always
will see.
fun, especially from the spectator point of view.
Yes, yes.
Maybe not from the player point of view, but the spectators definitely we love surprises.
Do you have Geonosis selected as the map?
I do not actually. Now that you're mentioning it, forgot to change.
Okay. Hello there, Ormilar in the chat. I have just received your message, so now you have a feeling of how long the delay is.
All right, all right. So we're good to go. They are setting up.
Ooh, it's exciting.
I'm looking forward to this.
Germany versus America.
Yes, yes. All right. Good luck and have fun to the contestants. We look forward to bringing you this exciting game.
Let's see here.
All right, both off to a quick start here. Both going for the base mines and for the middle. Actually, Divine going down for the turret as well. In this case, Lany
Ooh.
is driving past it. It looks like he just corrected his course. Yes, and he's gonna go
He
ahead
will
and
get the turret. If
yes,
he doesn't, my mind would be blown. I was discussing with Laney about the Empire turret being worth it or not, just because like the Empire can reasonably control this area without a turret there between their base mine and the middle. It's not too much of a distance.
right. Now I know
So
Boba's strategy. He's gonna end up building both mines in the middle here. So I wonder if
he builds one. He
he
builds
builds
two. Let's
two.
see if Laney catches it.
Now he
Probably
sees.
no.
Oh, good. Oh, he didn't see it actually. He's moving over here. He's gonna take out the bottom
Ah,
right.
now he sees it. But his micro is a little to be desired in the middle, probably focusing on the base mine. Oh, what is happening, Laney?
Bubba
No.
warping in two TIE fighters in the middle and in the base mine. He wants to defend this, so Bubba left two TIE fighters there, so he's looking to kind of, I guess, intimidate Laney for having him attack it. But yeah, he lost some valuable micro there because it would have been irrelevant because those mines were building, so he should have attacked it and would have helped a little bit in the damage count. Boba went to the bottom right. He had two TIE fighters over there, lost the one to the laser turret, and now he's just keeping one in the corner so you can see vision. Notices Laney doesn't have the mine, so now he's going to go all in and trying to kill the base mine for Laney to eliminate his income. Lany doing a pretty good job of eliminating both of these mines' advantages. Oh,
But
I
he
like
does
that
leave this one up.
I
Oh, yeah,
really
he
like that
does that.
strategy. I like that
Okay.
strategy. He to get
He
a
goes back and
constant.
forth.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
constant back and forth in order to get the maximum firepower out of your X-wings. Really smart, actually. Really smart.
I did it first, but anyway.
No,
One thing I
he's.
did want to note, while this is how he's going. Okay, so Laney's doing what I said he would do. He sent one X-wing here and then sent it to the middle. He completely avoided pirates, and now he's attacking the missile turret after clearing out the mines. That yeah, X-wings just destroy the missile turret. Really questionable to build if, as Empire, I think. But yeah, Empire doesn't really like. See, notice how the Empire did not or was not able to attack his X-wings as they were attacking that. Uh oh, what's Laney doing here?
Oh, those must be free units. I
Oh,
think those are.
I think so.
Because
I
he
think
peeled two
so.
of them off at the same time there. So I'm presuming that those are his free units. He wants to get them to respawn again. And he's going to go up here. And that's actually pretty good because when you're able to use your free starting units at that point, like, I mean, you can use them to survey the field and see what your opponent's doing. So it's really good. At the moment right now, both sides very low on
Uh
money.
oh. Low on money, and this TIE fighter's taking hits. So I project. Oh wow, Laney abandoned killing this TIE fighter. Very. He must be worried about trying to defend either his missile turret or this base mine down here.
Ooh, is
So he
it
gets a free
interjection
X-wing.
course? Oh, he saw it and he moved out of the way. He's like, nope, not going into that blob. So he's got his X-wing spawning back at the base again. So yes, he's going to be able to do that. Lenny is maneuvering around here. He knows that he doesn't have the mines over here, but he left the two X-wings up there. Well, more so one because the other one was pretty much dead. And he did that so that way Boba couldn't get this mine right away.
Mm-hmm.
Laney moving back and forth here. He's microing his X-wings, wants to get good surveying on the field. He pretty much sees everything so far. Now he's retreating with his X-wings. I guess he's trying to see if he's going to bait Boba into building this mine. If he does, that's going to be a big punishment.
Now,
I think
well, that's
Boba's.
interesting. This is also interesting over here. It seems like Boba wants to risk his fighters to kill that one turret, which is, if that is the case, that's a very risky gamble in my opinion.
It certainly is. And especially since this over here, this is such a smart move here by throwing away his beginning fighters here because now he just cleared off Boba's TIE fighters over here and Laney's starting to win those little battles, so that's where
Mm-hmm.
things are kind of coming into play right now. He's getting rid of those money, or he's getting rid of Boba's investment money into these Tie Fighters, and slowly just scraping away at the ankles of these Tie
Mm-hmm.
Fighters. And really, at reality, he has 7 X-wings on the field compared to Boba's five Pirate Fighters and 2 Tie Fighters. Now he's got,
Don't underestimate the pirate fighters though; they're really strong.
yeah, they are really tanky.
Let's see. Okay, so Boba now has his starting units back. I wonder if he was keeping track of them or if this is just luck on his end. He probably was keeping track of them. I'll give him the benefit of the
Ooh,
doubt.
and he's getting now again, those are Laney's starting
Second.
units. Really making
There
good
we
use of
go.
those
Mm-hmm.
infinite spawn units there. Didn't really care that he ran those X-wings
Uh-oh.
into the line of fire. So he's really playing Rebellion smart because now he's not worrying.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually you would freak out about that because you're like, oh no, my X-wings, all my money is getting thrown away. Well, those are free units, so it's irrelevant.
Now
Ooh,
this is very interesting. Laney built a second turret instead of a mine. That's and a missile turret at that. That's very interesting.
Oh, I actually
I
like that. Now that I'm thinking about that, that's going to be able to defend any sort of TIE fighter range that's in that area. Plus, he's going to be able to see what Boba's doing at all times here. So he's really playing the long game. He just wants to sit here and wait it out and just let Boba make all the mistakes, and then he's just gonna, I guess, death by a thousand needles, really.
Yeah,
See?
I'm curious if this one fighter here is a free starting unit or not. Because usually you'd send like two. Maybe this one up here is a free starting unit that just died.
That one is, and I think this one is too. That's why he's using them.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I'm a very big fan of using the free
Ooh,
starting units effectively. The Rebel
ooh,
free starting units are stronger than the Empire free starting units, so it's much more helpful as Rebel.
that certainly
But
is.
yep. And the missile turret can still. Wow, that's a big range this missile turret has.
That's why it makes sense, and he can see everything in this corner. As you can see, this little pocket with a
Yep.
dynamic fog of war. He could literally see everything. So it's very good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think it's kind of questionable that he doesn't leave one TIE fighter behind over. Maybe actually he can't because the missile turret's just so massive. Oh man. Oh, and he gets the free strong unit here. Maybe Divine would be wise to like leave one of his free strong units. Oh, there. Never mind. He had them killed, so now he gets one back again. So yeah, very good, very high level play, keeping track of your free strong units. Now Divine's bringing more in. It seems that Lany doesn't really want to engage him, and that's fair because in our Geonosis games, he was he was remarking how tanky the pirate fighters are. But I don't know if you had the choice, Scythe, would you engage Boba's fleet or not?
It's very situational. At this point in time, I don't think it's necessary. I think Boba can, or not, excuse me, I think Laney can just keep using his starting units and then just eventually keep slowly gaining map control. Because this right over here, I am not going to lie, I love that decision. That was brilliant because now Boba has to go over there, and every time that he runs by there, he's always going to get something killed.
So how do you read these credits again? Is it the left side Empire or the left side Rebel?
Ooh, I believe the left side is Rebel and the right side is Empire, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, well either way, they are both low on credits. Not even, or are they low on credits? I think I'm reading this wrong. Oh no, the left side has what 900, and the right side has 300.
Yes. Almost
Oh
a
wow.
thousand on the left side right now. See, Boba lost a couple fighters, more fighters. Ooh,
Yeah,
that missile turret's so troll.
he would probably be wiser just to send in his free TIE fighters just to check on that.
Oh, Laney drops in
Laney's
and
building another X-wing, so it looks like Laney's plan is to build up. Well, let's see if he builds this mine here. Let's see which mine Laney chooses to build. The obvious choice is the one over here, but that being the obvious choice kind of makes. Yeah, let's see. One small thing I wanted to note at the beginning, but we were just too much in the heat of action to describe it. When Boba sent his TIE fighter over here, his TIE fighter was like really in the station. What I like to do is I like to um either make my TIE fighter go out here or um southern,
oh,
like
okay.
in
So it just kind of gives you a little bit more fog of war reveal. Okay,
yeah, and I do the attack order command. So if an X-wing is approaching, then the TIE fighter will attack the X-wing. Most people don't expect that, and because the X-wing is vulnerable in the nebula, that could really damage their X-wing if they're not paying attention.
makes
Just
sense.
a small optimization. But then again, you're kind of taking a 50-50 on which direction they're coming from. If they don't come from like down here in the beginning, then I like to move it more up because then they're more likely to come from my base mine from that direction. Uh-oh, we might
Ooh,
have. Let's
ooh,
see what
yeah,
happens. The Empire can't run away, but Laney is choosing to run away. Uh-oh, this is not good for Laney.
No, it's not.
Oh, the
Boba
X-wing.
caught Laney in a big mistake right there. He wiped out an entire squad.
Yeah, but Laney does have like a few X-wings just around the. Oh, he builds the mine,
He
so the
does
rebel
build it.
must be on the left.
Yeah, Rebel is on the left. Apologies, but that's okay though because Laney did that. And now Boba thinking he's gonna get some sort of advantage here. Laney's just really getting this map control like Like, well done. Like, look at it. He has two X-wings over here, and it's coming in over here with this big squad right here. They're gonna maybe lose one more fighter out of that. Maybe. It actually doesn't look like it. Oh no, he's moving in towards the middle. He's got two squads over here, one squad over here.
Uh-oh, this is getting cut.
Uh-oh. Laney's
Uh-oh.
getting cut off again. Oh, that was a brilliant move by Boba there.
Ooh. That hurt, but Lany can probably recover because he
Not.
has the mine, and Boba does not appear to be wanting to check it. It does psychologically hurt to check this mine down here, though, just because you know you're going to get hit. Let's see. Probably his free-starring units has his base mine over here. Probably just going to throw him away.
And Laney has another fleet up here amassing already, so what he had down here was so much irrelevant. Now Boba knows that he needs to go over here, and yeah, this one hurts here.
Will he build this mine? I wonder.
Left
I hope
side
he
is
does. He has
rebels.
enough money. Please build the mine, Lany. He can't compete. Nope, he doesn't build the mine. He probably wants his base mine. Oh, he
This
sees
is
the mine. Oh, does
yeah.
he?
I think this
He
is
probably will in a second. Yeah, he sees it now. Oh, maybe he doesn't.
yep. GG. I was
And he
expecting that.
concedes. Ooh. So yep, Lany did the exact strategy I employed. Quick question before we resign. What do you think of the Empire building the missile turret here after seeing what Lany did? Do you think it's worth it?
Um, it depends. It depends on what I guess the strategy really. I mean, I don't think that it's necessarily not worth it per se. I think that like if you're gonna build it, you're gonna have to kind of defend it at the same time too. So like if you keep TIE fighters
Yeah.
around in that area,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna like you know I mean if you just keep TIE really you keep TIE fighters around in that area, it's like when they're gonna have to engage you, you know that they're gonna take a big loss. So again, that psychological sort of effect that you're gonna have to play.
Yeah,
So
but then your TIE fighters aren't attacking the enemy base mine. Like both as we witnessed with Boba there, and in my experience playing against this same strategy Lany used, um, my TIE fighter just couldn't get there in time. It just seemed really free for him.
makes
But
sense.
anyway, a strategy that I thought that maybe would like personally, I think the missile turret helps rebels more than Empire overall, but especially on this map. But anyway, I think maybe maybe one thing the Empire player could do is they could build an IPV, and then they could have that attack the base mine, and then have their ties defend the missile turret that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's the answer because I don't really see an answer to Lenny's strategy, or maybe just not build the I don't know. It's very I have a hard time seeing what Empire can do. I really do.
That
When I
missile.
was playing Lenny though, I
Yeah.
did manage to
Ooh, he
amass
picked
a large
Empire.
force. Ooh, bold.
Bold. Kessel is normally known as a rebel map, but Laney wants to pick Empire this time.
Maybe Lenny's trying to throw off a Boba by picking Empire, trying to put the pressure of Rebel on him, like saying, "Ha, I just went with Rebels. Now it's your turn with Rebels.
Right.
Let's see if you're worthy of calling yourself the rank 1 seed." I'm gonna read through the chat here a little bit. Moonshield, hello there, says hashtag Team Laney. Formular saying he thinks Laney might have been using the waypoint when the X-Wing was going back and forth in the middle. Um, Laney's goal is to secure the bottom right and just wait it out. Yeah, that's what I presumed. I've practiced a few times with him, and that's what he usually does. Left side is Rebels, right side is Empire for amounts of. Okay, thank you, Laney. I mean, thank you, Ormy. Laney is going AFK for 2 minutes. I guess this is our very short intermission. Boba wants to get right into it. Nature. Nature is calling. Very funny. So what did you think of that game, Scythe?
I like that game. That was good. You could see that Laney prepared. That's one thing you say. I think Boba said that he pretty much told me he was coming in cold turkey. Very cocky. Laney said, no, I'm not taking any chances. He's been preparing. I know he's been playing multiple players, trying out different strategies, testing out, the feels of different players, and really just trying to add to his overall wealth of knowledge of the game, I'd say. So it's, yeah, it got him the early lead, so well done.
Hmm. Hmm. Man, I like what Lany does. It kind of makes me regret making the missile turret work. It's just so strong. But when I was playing against him, I'm not sure it might be if it's my shortcoming or I don't know. But I think when I was playing Lany, maybe it was just like maybe it was cold. But I was able to get my base mine up again and defend it for a significant period of time. He ended up winning because he built the bottom right mine on me and I didn't realize, but he didn't have the opportunity to build the missile turret. So I think maybe what Boba could have did is he could have kept a bigger presence there and made sure that presence was maintained. Especially since Laney didn't ever go for the pirate base. I think one thing Laney could do better is when he's like in the dominant position, he could send one X-wing to just like get the base just to like disturb Boba. Or maybe if Boba's building a fighter and he captures it midway, that just give him an additional advantage.
I
Send
think
like a really weak X-wing in there, see what's happening.
Yeah, I think he did though, because like he was like it wasn't so much at the weak X-wing, like he was using his starting units X-wings, and like he was really making excellent use of them and just sending them around and really just not worrying about what they were doing and what they, I
Did he
guess
go into
weren't.
the pirate base though? I don't recall seeing that.
Nope, he never went for the pirate base at all. He said, "Nope, not even gonna bother. It's irrelevant. Who cares?" Just
Yep.
like he
I
predicted.
think he should send one in. Just even if it's irrelevant to him, it there's a slight chance it might just catch Boba off guard and he couldn't build the pirate fighter. Might lose
That's
400 credits. Slight
that's
chance.
that's true. It could be psychological effect too. Like, look at me, I'm gaining map control, and kind of force him into making more mistakes. So there's always that. When you can always do that, those little mind games, if you're able to play those, it's always a good thing to do, just because you don't ever know what your opponent's thinking all the time. But like if you have an effect that you can kind of, you know, throw that little monkey wrench in there and kind of mess up whatever they're thinking. You can catch them on
Mhm.
mistakes and do things that wouldn't necessarily be advised. So, but anyways, yeah. So we have the second game here starting. Should be good to go. We're gonna go ahead and start. All right.
Moonshield here
Good.
says Lenny clapped me 4 times on Geo today playing Rebels as well. Feels bad. Missile turrets are OP. Empire in shambles.
Empire in shambles.
Oh, we also developed. Lenny and I developed the Empire micromanagement meta. He's as I like to do, like making some X-wings lock S-foils, some not. And so what I did as the Empire during our big dogfight, I zoomed in on the camera to see which X-wings weren't locked and were locked, and I target the ones that weren't locked. So the meta evolved as we played.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, conservative start for both teams here. Both going for their base mines. Divine's got the first mine up, getting the second one up. Laney hasn't got either of his mines up yet. That's due to the slowness of the TIE fighters. Boba coming in, checking the middle, hanging out there, not really
Ooh,
going for the
interesting.
mine. That's an interesting strategy. He's
Oh,
going
he
to
builds
build.
a turret
He did build the laser turret, and he said, "Nope, not
and he
getting
builds
it."
the mine.
Oh,
Let's see if he goes for
interesting.
this TIE fighter. Nope, he goes right past it. Doesn't care.
But you know what? It's not necessarily a bad thing, because
Look at this
now he's
lattice,
gonna
man.
have now he's gonna have three mines, and Laney can't kill all his mines, so he's gonna get an economic advantage a little bit more in the long term. He's going in hot and
Oh,
heavy,
hold the
killing this
phone.
mine. Interesting.
But he doesn't get this one though.
And he goes back. He says, "No, what? I'm gonna stop Laney from getting pirates this time."
Maybe when he was able to get this, he wanted to make sure the pirate base. Maybe that's part of his plan. Ensure they can't build like an IPV or something.
Yeah, it is important though. If that comes in, that could be kind of devastating if used properly. Bottom right
Mm-hmm.
mine about to die. Top left mine was already killed. Divine is going in to the middle. Looks like he's going to try to meet people in the pirate base. He's
I
hurting
think
on
he's gonna
money.
attack this one.
Yeah, he's hurting on money right now, but I think he's also queuing up a couple X-wings, or at least has a couple on hold.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if he's relying on like the 25% mine upgrade to tie him over. Maybe he tested that.
Uh,
Maybe.
Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. It's going to be difficult here for Laney to come in and kill this mine. Oh,
Uh,
interesting. So he warped in TIE fighters over here in this area, and as they were warping in, from over here, they got a couple shots off on the mine.
ah,
Now Bubba's coming in.
that's
He's going to wipe out
interesting.
this mine. See, he did have a couple X-Wings in queue. This
Yep.
mine's going to die very quickly.
Now, I want to say just real quickly while this whole dogfight or this whole mine killing is happening, I noticed when Lany was acquiring his mines, he sent his fighter like right here and the equivalent on the other mine. This is just like a small micromanagement optimization.
Hmm.
I find it more beneficial to send it straight to the mine and then start going down earlier, just because you technically lose some time going more diagonally downward than you do going straight to the mine. But
Yeah.
that's just my observations.
Oh,
So let's
big
see
problem
what's
for Boba
happening
over
here.
here. Those TIE fighters coming
Uh-oh.
in fast. I think he realized he might have made a mistake there. But now he has to go to the bottom right anyways to make sure.
Uh-oh.
He's going to
Big
kill.
risk.
Oh, but Laney doesn't see it right away. That's actually very beneficial. Oh, he doesn't. He's not paying attention.
Uh-oh.
He didn't build it over here. That really.
Laney does build this mine though, but Boba's checking it. But anyway, uh-oh, Laney.
Wow. Wow, he's not attacking Boba's mine? Unreal.
This is
Well,
interesting down
this is a
here.
big boy
Just real
mistake right
quick.
here.
Yeah, big mistake. He sees it too late. But Laney did keep a fighter really low there. Most people don't check that low,
Ooh,
which is good.
Laney's going to build an upper right mine, I think, right now.
Ooh.
I wonder.
Does he have the money? He's on the right side, so he doesn't have the money.
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Laney, not Laney. I'm thinking of Boba. Boba canceled something. Interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's on the
And
right
this
side.
this flyby right here, a little too late.
Now, if Boba really wants to troll, he could maybe prop up a laser turret right there and really start trying to just get map control little by little.
Ooh, and he builds this mine here at the bottom right, completely the complete opposite of where Boba's fleet is right now.
That is true. Boba does have
I
some
wonder.
good money though, so I wonder if he's going to go back to the
Mhm.
middle. Try. Oh no, he builds the upper right mine. But
Oh,
those Tie fighters are coming in though. It'll get
uh-oh. Let's
built.
see if Laney gets it this time. When the TIE fighters stop, they'll. Yep. Oh,
I think
oh, they're
Bo.
circling.
I think once Boba sees this blob right here, he's going to immediately move to the bottom right. I think he has to check the bottom left mine, his base anyways, just to make sure. But he's really got to. Yeah, he's going
Oh,
down.
and he
He
goes
knows.
here. Uh-oh, look at that.
Boba doesn't have the money right now. He lost his mind in the upper right. He's really hurting right now.
Yeah. So, do you think this strategy here
Y
paid
wings.
off,
Ooh,
or
Y
uh-oh.
wings.
Ooh, get the like the what the 5 torpedoes? It seems Boba's a little desperate buying Y-wings.
He is fairly desperate, I'd say. He would have been better off keeping those Y wings. Again, spectator point of view, going up here and
Mm-hmm.
launching them there. Ooh, Laney is coming in hot. He says, "Nope, this is my mine defense, and I'm going to kill as much X-wings as I possibly can while you're attacking."
Yep, Blaney has it seems like a critical mass of TIE fighters occupying the map and able to hold off the X-wings.
Ooh, Boba engaging.
Ooh, this is not good.
Boba's going to lose this. There's 8 X-wings to 9 TIE fighters, and Laney can keep warping in TIE fighters. So,
Now,
and he's got in
another
mass 3
micromanagement
incoming in.
observation.
Laney not
Just real
taking any
quick.
chances here. He's actually building in more mines right now.
Oh yeah, look at that. Laney
This
building all the mines.
this
But
game
Boba
is
did, I guess, manage to successfully bait them in here. If you look at the dogfight though on the bottom right, you will notice that none of Boba's X-wings have their S-foils unlocked. They are all locked. So I'm not really sure how it would play out if he tried to micro them to unlock some of them, but keep some of them locked. I'm not sure if that really helps the X-wings, but it would be cool if he did employ that strat.
Yep, he concedes. Laney is the victor.
Can't quit. Wow. So, what do you think happened in that game? Do you think it was the middle mine strat that really hurt Boba, or do you think it was something else
I think not killing Laney's mine at the beginning is really what hurt. I
in the
mean,
top right?
yeah, in the top right, I really think that was the issue. He went there and then he didn't go there, and he just went away, and it was just, I don't know, I didn't like that. And then even still, Lany he let Boba have the bottom left mine, and it was still irrelevant. So interesting.
Yeah, certainly an
Whoops.
unorthodox strategy by Boba. It did not seem, even though he was given that bottom left mine, did not seem to pay off. Lack of pirate units this game.
Yeah.
Lany,
Again,
I know, is not a fan of the pirates.
I think the pirate just sometimes it just causes you too much stress. It's easier to
Well, if you're
not.
Empire, you should be like, that's your as a rebel player, that's understandable. But as Empire, it's like you have the mental space to deal with that, I think.
Mental space is a good word. I like that.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Lany was zooming in on the dogfights to see which X-Wings weren't unlocked, like I was doing to him.
Well, I wonder if Laney's gonna pick Hustle again.
All right, so let's read the stuff on chat. Let's see. Yeah, he got a lot of practice, says Ormy about Lany. He said he played against you as an Ormy and Zerns over the past 2 weeks, so I blame Ormy and him for his improvement. My
Hmm.
revenge on you is complete, thus saith Ormy. Shakes fist at Ormy, does Moonshield. Ooh, let's see. So yeah, it's Lany's pick now, right?
Seems so.
And I'm very happy that this is not an Empire wash.
No, it's not. It's 1-1. Lenny's still picking what maps he wants to use. And
Let's
again,
see if he can psychologically psych out Boba.
I wonder if he's going to be cocky and decide to pick a Polis or a Coruscant map, maybe. But he still has
Ooh,
Coruscant and he still has Endor he can pick.
he probably won't choose Endor because Boba's choosing Empire. But he did with the Rebel strat win on Endor against a higher level player, so I hope Lane doesn't get cocky like, oh, let's just do Endor. I hope well, I do want to see a game 5, but I don't want it to be just because Laney got cocky. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Do you think we should inform Laney that he can choose? Oh, he chooses Kessel again.
Oh,
Ooh, as he
I figured he was going to
predicted.
pick Castle because now Boba is probably going to pick Empire. And Laney knows what to do as Rebels, and he might be looking for the 3-0 here.
Yo, that's really interesting. I'm picking Empire on Kessel in 2019. Look at that. You called it. Isn't that incredible? How, like, even though Empire is easier, I kind of like the meta how you have to choose which faction should be easier or harder. It factors in. I think it balances well.
It
Even
does.
though, of course, we would like to see, like, a more balanced game overall. Ooh, it's gonna be interesting.
I'm excited. Ooh, let
Imagine
me.
every Kessel game today is won by Empire.
It would be
Wouldn't that be
interesting.
something?
That's the only way to keep this series going.
Yeah. Well, then we have grand finals.
We do, we do. All right, we're gonna get this started.
Ooh.
Uh oh, bug lobby. Oh, it went through.
Playing against Laney always feels like you're one step behind, says Moonshield. Uh,
Again,
it can definitely.
same starts, both going for the base mines. Oh no,
Oh,
actually,
no, hold,
Boba's
no,
going for
actually,
the
no.
middle left mine. Interesting.
Ooh.
I wonder if he's gonna warp in a Tie Fighter to go over the base mine here, which is all right. It's only gonna shave off a couple seconds, but Laney does or is closer to this side, so interesting. Oh. I almost lost it here. Laney almost did the same thing he did a couple games ago, matches I should
Uh-oh.
say. He the 4.9 seconds as opposed to the 5 seconds it takes to claim the mine. So
Oh,
interesting.
I know how that feels.
He's gonna get the.
Oh, he misses it here, though. He misses it here.
Oh, Boba this time
Uh-oh.
said, "No, I like this." Boba said he's baiting Laney into this corner here, but that's gonna allow him to attack this upper right mine here. So I wonder if this strategy is gonna work out. Oh, he builds it. Oh.
Oh,
Ooh.
snap. Yo, we
Oh.
have we have major spaghetti this game.
Wow.
Major spaghetti.
More spaghetti than petroglyphs coating?
Yup,
My
perhaps.
goodness.
He's going to hard commit here for some. I guess not really for some.
Oh,
He's very lucky hard committing here.
I can't believe he built the upper left mine. Boba's throwing. Oh, he's going to get this mine up, and it's going to be well protected with this laser turret. So I wonder how well that's going to be. But that
Yeah,
850, though, my goodness. Wow.
but yeah, Boba also builds this mine here.
Oh,
Wow, he
interesting.
doesn't have
Laney.
two
So
mines up.
Laney didn't build the bottom right either. So I guess both sides are throwing?
No, 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 no.
He killed it?
Yeah, that's why I said to you. I
Oh.
pointed out to you that he didn't build
Oh.
that. That's what Laney
I was
did.
so shocked earlier about this upper left mine. I was completely
Oh,
oblivious.
oh,
This is
oh!
why we
There's
have your
there's X-wing squads
co-commentated
in here.
Blackout. Thank you for the save. Lol.
Look at this. Oh snap! I
So
can't even
he's,
explain what's happening. I guess Laney see. How did he get an X-wing down there? When did he do that?
I think he had one at the pirate base.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. He keeps one here. Very unlike Boba did, where Boba just took his everything.
Bubba
Oh, and
go.
look at this. This may be the turning point here. Laney is no, he's going in. Now, interesting to see if Laney keeps his X-wings locked, his S-foils, or if he unlocks them as he turns around. Because if he unlocks them as he turns around, they're more vulnerable. So yeah, he's unlocking them.
He's unlocking them,
Sometimes,
letting them fire, and then I think he's locking them back again.
yeah. Sometimes I think that may not be the best idea just because they become like so much more vulnerable.
Boba
But
notices the
then
upper
Boba
right
builds this
mine.
mine up here.
Yeah, and he has the upper left building already. Laney's going up there.
Oh, but yeah,
Even
Blaney has the upper right built. He's building the upper right. Look
Boba's,
at that.
Boba's got to get some TIE fighters in here. Oh, he runs away. He could have actually got a couple of good scratches in there. Boba's sacrificing this TIE fighter to going into this bottom left mine, preventing Laney from building it. Laney warping in more X-Wings to kill the upper left mine. Boba still only has that single TIE fighter going in for that base mine in the upper right-hand corner here.
But he is sending his fleet over.
He is indeed doing that.
It seems Laney. I'm not sure if Laney's fighting for the pirate base or if he just doesn't want his X-wings to get fired upon while running away.
I feel like Boba would have been more beneficial putting his TIE fighter blob over here and killing these X-Wings, or at least delaying him losing that mine, as opposed to killing this, because I think eventually he could have brought in... See, he had all of those in queue, so I don't understand why he didn't just go up there and defend his mine. It would have been much more beneficial for him.
Maybe he's just a little, nervous at the moment because he's down 2-0 and he let his top right mine get insta destroyed by building it very late.
He did.
But Laney also did not build his mine down here, so not looking good for Boba at the moment. Just
The
by sheer
moment...
number of X-wings.
But
But he
Boba...
does have this turret here. I find it interesting how they both like. Oh no, no, it was Boba both times who built the turret here. He has great faith, but Lenny also has his one mine here, which is also not good for Boba. Man, even though Laney is lower seed, I want Boba to bring us to another game, but it's
Yeah.
not looking like that will happen.
No, Blaney looking to get a second mine up. Does
Yep.
so. Boba doesn't have the
Yeah.
money for a mine right now. Really hurting.
Isn't this really funny? How the map, the rebels look like their empire, and the empire looks like the rebels with their one blob, and then the rebels are all over everywhere.
Oh, Boba
Boba
concedes.
concedes.
3-0'd. Laney is
Oh
the
snap!
victor.
Ooh. I expect much salt going into the interviews.
Well, this will definitely fire things up here for the grand finals. That's for sure. If Boba does happen to prevail over Realm King, but Realm King gets his shot.
Oh, before we go to the interviews, I want to read some comments here. Maddie Carr says, "Can these guys only use fighters and bombers?" Um, Technically no, but essentially yes. You can build pirate units. I don't really want to go into the whole reason, but the meta is essentially Tech 1 in 1 versus 1. There can be some exceptions, but it just takes too much money and too much time. You lose too much map control if you attempt to tech upgrade. So even though you have better units, you don't have any money to buy them because, or at least if you do have the money to buy them, your opponent has exponentially more money than you do because you gave them map control, all the mines that they can tech up, and they can ultimately destroy you.
That
And
is
it's that Ormilar is explaining to him. So that's good at tech win. That's all that is available. If you want bigger ships, you need to get tech upgrade, but it's a huge risk to do 1v1 since it takes up your build unit queue. So they don't tech and use the fires to secure the map. Oof. I guess the only non-fighter bomber you can build in the meta is the IPV, but that's not even. So it seems that, let's see. I think Lany has entered the chat. Ormi has pointed out the 5.9-second maneuver, but Lany, it appears, has said paid off this time, which is very interesting. Maybe that's what you gotta do. Just neglect. I have been thinking,
Uh,
if the rebels send an X-wing to the pirate base, and the Empire does it as well, or they're a TIE fighter, will the rebel get there in time to build an IPV before the Empire can contest it?
no, I don't think they can. It's too risky even a maneuver to do. I think because you could literally, yeah, I would never risk that. That's way too big. You might be able to squeak out a pirate fighter, but I mean, other than that, of IPV, that's a big risk. You could lose an extra, 800 credits, or just literally enough to build a mine off of that. It's just a bad decision. I don't like it whatsoever. So
I think there's some merit to it,
maybe
especially if like you could intercept the TIE fighter coming in with the
bold.
X-wing, and then the TIE fighter would either have to take all the damage or it
Hmm.
would have to fight your X-wing. Then you get the IPV.
Yes, yes. Anyways, let's move over to the stream and get these guys get a post game interview here.
Oh, this is exciting.
Uh-huh. Both the gentlemen are muted at the moment. Let me.
And deafened. There we
Oh,
go. There's one.
sorry guys, I was muted.
That's
I
how
saw
we
your name
just
just
joined.
now.
Divine is also muted and deafened, so
Did you
need to
DM him
poke him.
to unmute?
Nah, he's like personally on his own end. Muted and deafened. Oh boy, well that was exciting. Very
Yeah,
exciting. I am pleased to
was it?
see that Empire did not completely steamroll at the highest level.
I told you.
I
Hmm.
I very much want to hear your thoughts, Lany, but I would like Divine to be present.
Yeah, let's wait for him.
Did you say be right back or something? Or
Yeah. Did he?
Not to me, at least.
Okay, we'll give him like a minute or two, and if he's not back, then we'll start doing the interview with Lany.
Hmm.
Oh yes, but this was very, very exciting. I unfortunately, well, you might have to forgive me, but I spoiled your Geonosis strat to the stream, and I'm glad you
I mean,
did
they
it.
saw what I was doing, right?
Alright, I'm
Yeah,
back.
yeah, but I explained it perfectly.
Yeah.
I highlighted exactly what was going on.
Okay, that's fine. I think I can beat it with Empire, so that's fine.
Let's go.
all right, gentlemen. Well done. Laney is the victor.
Thank
3
you.
0 versus Divine Boba here. And gentlemen, we go into the post game interview here. Want to get your thoughts here. Overall of the series, well, Laney, you're the victor. We'll let you get first remarks here. What did you think?
Well, coming into the series, I knew it was all about whether I can win with Rebels, right? We've seen in the tournament that Empire seems to be the easier faction to play, and being low seed, I have to somehow win at least one game with Rebels, right?
Yes.
So before the match, I sat down and thought to myself, what are the 3 maps I have the highest chances of winning with Rebels? And then I can just pick those 3 maps, considering I win my other games, but yeah, just in best case scenario, I have to win one of these 3 maps, right? Yeah, and that's what I did then. Pick them one after the other, right?
Makes sense.
You went
Makes
to Kessel twice. What was your third map, if you could share with us?
Yeah, I can because it's an open secret that
Oh,
Coruscant is very winnable for Rebels, I think.
that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Coruscant's definitely very challenging to win his Empire. I did some games after our or my match with Realm King, and then I was playing with him and just his Empire, trying out different strategies, and it's really difficult to win. It's
Yeah.
just it's not easy whatsoever. But yeah, so that's the overall thing. Boba, some thoughts on your end since you got 3-0 in the surprising turn of events here. What were your thoughts?
I'm really like I made a lot of mental mistakes.
Hmm.
Well, also mechanical mistakes. Specifically on the second Kessel
Mm-hmm. The one
when I
where
built
I was Rebels.
when I built that left mime, top left mime,
Oof, yeah.
and I saw the X-wing, and all I meant to do was highlight my Tie Fighter, and I built the mine by mistake.
Oh,
Oh shit.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. That was
I was so surprised.
I
Yeah, that I think if I didn't do that, that game was completely winnable. But after that, I lost all hope. I was like, all right, well, I'm bankrupt now.
yeah, that really I saw that and I was
Yeah,
like
it
instantly
kind of
shocked. Pretty sure I screamed on
it
the
kind of
stream.
evened out. Yeah, because
Um,
I botched my base mine too.
Yeah, very
yeah, like
much botching.
I'm fairly certain I had a huge advantage off the start of that game, and then that just plundered my
It looked
like
that way
advantage.
because you'd built the middle mine. So I actually liked that strategy because you just let Lane, you knew what he was doing, so you were countering it,
Yeah.
and you just happened to make that game altering mistake by building that mine where his X-wings are right in
Yeah, I saw the X-wing
interception.
go up. I wasn't gonna build it, and then like I instead of boxing the Tie Fighter, I went to go click it.
Misclick, rip.
You know, and
Yeah,
then on Geonosis, I was like, I didn't really do what I typically do. Um, and like, I don't know, I just wasn't used to like what I was doing. And then it turned into a stalemate, and like, I kind of just got fatigued. I didn't want to like keep going, like X-wing, fucking Tie Fighters chasing X-wings and stuff like that.
yeah, and he was definitely employing the strategy death by a thousand needles, and he was just letting you make the mistakes and capitalizing on them. Moving in here, let's go game by game in this case, since we're already on Geonosis for the first game. Lany, I do have to commemorate the fact that how excellently you microed Rebellion and how you utilized the starting units to your advantage. And then you
Hmm.
constantly use them. You threw them away. You let them, get map or not map control, but fog of war reveal. You're able to see what Bubba was doing at all times. You just use them
Yeah.
excellently, and you kept your X-wings alive for the longest time. And you were literally again death by a thousand needles. That was definitely the strategy I saw there. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that was definitely the plan. Um, to not have only one like big army that moves around and is easily predictable, but to have sentries that stay out of vision to be able to react to what he is doing and to evade his blob of TIE fighters and fire squadrons. And
Sentries, I
then,
like
yeah,
that.
I think you saw what I did is just fortify the bottom corner and
hmm I
wait
love
for
that
the
actually.
moment where I can build that.
I saw that and I was like, I love that actually because when I saw that happening, I was like, that's actually brilliant because now Bubba loses map control and Laney again going the same strategy, death by a thousand needles, just inch by inch gaining map control and just fortifying the bottom right. Boom, loses that. So now every time Bubba goes there, he's gonna lose Tie fighters or pirate fighters when he flies by
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Then I
And
of course focus the TIE fighters with the missiles and little stuff like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
that was excellently employed, and obviously moving your army around. You'd almost looked like you were potentially throwing once you got the mine. You threw your X-wings in to go after his base mine,
hmm,
and your his mine wasn't alive. Obviously, from a spectator point of view, we could see everything that was happening, but you went like really aggressively to his base mine to make sure that it wasn't building. And you could have taken a little bit more conservative route that wouldn't have lost you so many fighters. But I think at that point
yeah,
you thought that now that he's kind of concerted his efforts up there, you were getting free money at the bottom right while it was kind of still building, I guess. And it
yeah.
ended up working. It
I felt pretty
worked.
secure there.
Yeah, it worked, but it was yeah, I mean, it was still a little risky, but
Mm, mm.
I have two questions for Divine. One, what did you think of Laney killing your turret so early in the game? And also of him never contesting the pirate base.
Um, well, I think at that point, um, like I don't. So with the missile turret strat, you don't really need the pirate base. And I was always too broke to make use of it. And then he never built the bottom right, which is like that's the only reason I would ever use the pirate base. I built a couple pirate fighters, but like then I started going back to Tie fighters because I only needed like a couple.
you had
Um,
5.
oh, did I have
Yeah.
5? Well, there was a point where I stopped building them because like I wanted like Tie fighters, but I only needed a few to like have that tank. But
Yeah, totally agree with that.
because like at that point you're just wasting like 100 credits on a fighter that's just like slightly better.
Yeah.
It's more of the tankiness that you want from them.
Yeah, it's more that I can't just go into the dogfight easily, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Before we move into game two here, quick question for Lany. When you did your map bans, you picked Naboo. That was actually kind of surprising. What was your thoughts on, or what was your reasoning on that?
Mm, there wasn't really a definite reason why I picked Naboo. I just wanted to pick one of those maps that I didn't want to pick myself, and it just happened to fall on Naboo.
You
Interesting.
wanted to ban yourself from temptation.
Yeah, maybe.
Interesting. Anyways, moving on to game two here, we have Kessel for the first one. Laney picking Empire, Boba picking Rebels. So, Boba, your strategy for that, you went in and you built the middle mine. And what was your thought process on doing that?
Um, as rebels.
Yes.
Um, well, it ended up building. I ended up getting 850 for it, so it worked out. The thing is, I knew that he would rush my baseline right away, and he would skip the middle. So if I went straight to my baseline, built that immediately, then that's more HP that he has to take off of that baseline, and that gives the middle mine more chance to produce money.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
And then I could still kill his top left at the same time.
Yeah, just you put out so many HP on the map that I can't destroy it quickly enough.
That's true. However, in this case, you only killed the upper left mine. You didn't kill the upper right mine. What was your thought process on that? Was that a mistake? Like, so you went up over there, then you decided to go back to the pirate base, Boba. What was the reasoning behind that?
Uh, well, I thought I killed it.
At the top right, you killed it with your force on the left. You swung it over through the middle. But in the beginning, with the first fighter that made contact with the top right mine,
Oh yeah, I mean,
you went back to the pirate base.
there's no way I can, there's no way I can like kill left and right at the same time in like I guess a fast like way. So, and if I do that, if I try to kill both at the same time, and for some reason he drops TIE fighters at the top left, then he kills a lot of X-wings for like nothing.
I'm not so sure about that. I've seen many games Laney has been playing that you can set all your X-wings top, left, and right and kill both of them. It takes a little bit longer, but in the long run, it actually pays off. But I don't know.
I don't
Yeah.
like doing it, and plus I had the middle, so that's like still money like producing for me.
Right.
Mm.
So like that's like another mine I have, and I could like kill his left mine faster than go to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'd have to play that a couple times to see.
Interesting.
But I think there was a really what happened was is on that map I built the bottom left,
Oh yeah,
my
that.
base mine,
Oh
and
yeah.
I saw his TIE fighters go down. I was like, fuck, I should have built the bottom right.
Luckily,
But then
it's
Laney lets the mine go.
yeah, he
He does
did.
not notice.
I mean, I questioned. Like, I was like, why is Lany not killing this? Like, he had a TIE fighter right next to it. He saw it building.
He had four, and they could have killed it easily, and he just. I don't know. Were you not paying attention, Laney? Was that what happened, or?
It was out of vision.
Oh
It was
wow,
out
just barely.
Yeah, just barely.
of...
I
You're
kept on
like,
there, and I
on my
thought I had vision.
screen, your TIE fighter was right on it.
Yeah, but it's in the asteroids, so the vision is reduced.
Oh.
It must have been like 1 pixel to the right, and I would have seen it.
Yeah, he wasn't on the mine. He was a little bit to the left.
I
But I'm
sent my-
curious why you
I sent
chose
my four TIE
Empire.
fighters. Actually, I sent my 4 TIE fighters top, and just the maneuvering unveiled the mine, and then I went and attacked it.
Oh. So why did you choose Empire on Kessel?
Um, I guess I just want to win and pick the easy side. No, I thought I have to pick 3 maps, so those would be the hard games. So
Mhm.
let's pick the side that is it's just harder to do mistakes with Empire, right? Really.
Yeah, that's a good way of phrasing it.
I actually think that rebels are stronger on Castle than
Mhm.
Empire, but I just didn't want to make mistakes and
Yeah,
just buy myself from that.
I figured that since you already had the mind game advantage over Boba, because what you did in game one, you were going to continue with that, and you'd be like, oh, let's not have him get used to Empire, and like let's switch it up and make him go Rebel, and then now he has to play a faction that's more difficult, the microwing, and kind of continue with that mind game sort of maneuverability, and it's easier to play Empire, gives you a little bit of a break, and considering what Boba's played and what he's not played in terms of Kessel,
Oof.
yeah, well,
Um,
that kind of
yeah, well,
played out.
I didn't think into mind games or whatever.
Fair
I
enough.
just kept to my stuff.
Fair enough.
Just yeah, like you said, just relax for that game.
Yeah.
Just
Moving
for the
into
micro.
moving into game three here. That one actually I did. I was before you even picked it. I said that I thought you were gonna pick Kessel again because I figured the way that Boba played, the way that he played Rebels, you're like, oh wait, he did that. Like, okay, let me show you what's up. But like and you eventually went to that. You're like, you know what? Yeah, let's play Kessel again. And I was like, yeah, and I think Boba's gonna pick Empire this time because he wants to play more conservatively, and he did that. And then I was like, yeah, I think this is gonna be a difficult game here. But I mean, it ended up well. Again, Boba didn't screw up so bad in game three with that misclick. Like that would have
But that was a
been,
strange game.
yeah, it was a weird
Mm,
I
one.
mean, after I didn't build my basement up bottom right, and I did the 4.9 seconds maneuver, like
Yeah,
someone in chat said. I
yeah.
thought like,
yeah.
okay, this is the round game all over again, and I've lost.
you almost you almost did it on the bottom left mine too. I was like, oh, like is he gonna
Hmm.
miss it? And then you managed to buy it just in time. But yeah,
But Lany, you came into the stream after playing, and you said that it ended up working out for you not buying the bottom right. Could you explain that?
I mean, I won the game. I don't. I didn't mean that I've got any kind of advantage from that. No, no.
No,
Okay.
it's like okay, so like if I would have just built that mine and not built the bottom or the top left, then like
End game
it
is hard.
would yeah, the game would have been probably mine. But it's
Yeah.
like I had to build like the bottom right after losing 850, so I had like 200 credits left
Mm,
or
yeah.
something.
Yeah. I was hoping. Well, I wasn't saying I was. Well, I wouldn't hope that just because of Laney's blunder or like big small blunder that it would just turn the game so we go to a game four. But I was kind of hoping that we would have a game four,
Yeah, we
even
should
if it
name that
was
after me
for a
now.
very dumb reason.
yeah, it was a blunder, but it was not as bad as Boba's because while he didn't build the bottom right mine, he saved 850. Boba built the upper left mine and lost the 850. So
Yeah.
that's a big swing. I mean, that's a 1700 credit difference. So
Mm,
that's again, all those little things can add up. So I mean, in that case, like you
that's right.
didn't build the bottom right. I mean, that gave you access to another X-wing and a half, almost two in this case, or to build a mine somewhere else. But you know, it ended up just kind of working out. So
Like
interestingly enough,
I had already invested 850 and 875 in the middle, so like investing that and then losing the top left like immediately, it was
Hmm.
devastating.
Yeah.
When I had to attack the middle there with the turret and the TIE fighters, that was tough. But I surprisingly did lose very little.
One question for you, Laney. I noticed
Mm.
that at one point you had like one X-wing fighting a TIE fighter at the pirate base. Was that something you deliberately intended to make sure he didn't have the pirate base, or was it more like I want to pick off this one fighter while I can?
If I get a 1v1, I take it as an X-wing, right? Just
Yeah.
inflict damage.
makes
Say that
sense.
again. You cut out.
I think honestly like the way me and Laney play, like we don't really give a shit about the pirate base.
That's right.
Like like I didn't care about it, he didn't care about it. Like other than game one, I don't think pirate units were even made. He had the pirate base,
No,
like
I didn't.
yeah, so like I mean we don't even care about it.
Yeah, the only
Game
reason you
That
one,
is
made
like
sad to
like
hear.
Geonosis are nice because like I said, like you get a little tankier, the map's small, so
Hmm.
whatever. But like Kessel, like it hinders rebels and Empire. Like I don't know, you never really dogfight, so it's kind of a waste of 100 credits.
Yeah.
makes sense. Well, that being said, so we can wrap up this interview here. Congratulations, Laney. You move on to the grand finals. Boba, you drop down and play Realm King for the lower bracket finals
Yeah.
over there,
Good
and a
offer.
chance, maybe a redeeming possibility of moving past Realm King, or Realm King gets his redemption and moves on to rematch Laney in the finals or grand finals,
Hmm.
excuse me. So But either way,
A quick question. Quick question. Even though Lany is a lower seed, does that mean when the grand final is played, and if Boba is the winner of that, who goes into grand finals against Lany, does that mean Lany now has the benefits of being the higher seed, or does Divine still retain his higher seed benefits?
No, we didn't install any kind of upper bracket advantage,
Okay.
as far as I know.
I don't know.
no, it just goes based off of, again, ranking. Because I mean, we haven't modified the rankings throughout the entirety of the tournament. Why would we change it
Yep.
now?
Yeah, I
So
think what Blackout meant is that in some tournament formats you have an upper bracket advantage, like when you have games that are best of 7, the upper bracket winner gets 1 game for free or something. But we didn't do anything like that, I think.
understood. Anyways, well,
Maybe for the future.
We can think about
Maybe,
something like
maybe.
that, yeah.
possibility.
Reward it that you didn't drop a game. Yeah. Match, not game.
Yeah, that too, and then maybe discourage people from, it's a little extra, encouragement not to. Oh, I'm just going to throw this game and then wait till the finals and
Yeah,
kind of.
because there is, I mean, in the circumstance that there are 2 players in the tournament that are clearly better than everyone else, then there is a benefit in throwing the upper bracket finals. Just because you can study your opponent, don't reveal anything you do, then drop down, win that game, and try again. But I don't think that's a big issue.
It's true. So, all right. Well, with that being said, we'll wrap it up here. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. Again, everything was hosted on a Tournament Edition mod. This is the 2019 EAW Space Cup. It was the upper bracket finals or winners finals. Moving on, again, Lany going to the grand finals, and then the victor of the lower bracket finals in this case will have their redemption opportunity against Lany, as both players played him throughout the tournament.
That's right, I played both. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see who gets to challenge him in the grand finals, and we'll see who is then the winner of it all. Again, thanks everybody for tuning in. Again, please make sure you give us a follow on the Empire FOC competitive Twitch channel here. Also, as well, you can see us in the Empire at War community channel, or excuse me, community Discord. My apologies. We will also be uploading this game to YouTube as well. We're going to upload some of the other popular games or good games that we had throughout the tournament to the YouTube channel too. So keep an eye out for those. You can find a link in the Twitch file to our YouTube channel for there. And yeah, we're looking forward to the last 2 matches of this tournament here. All right. That being said,
Yeah,
thank you.
See you next time.
Yes, thank you to our participants, and we will see you next time.
Bye bye.